Korean family. What do you first say when you introduce yourself to another person? First, you say your name, and then talk about yourself, such as your hobbies, right? Korean people, when introducing themselves, generally say their names first and then talk about their families. In that sense, Koreans tend to think of themselves as a member of the families when thinking about their identities. It may seem odd to those who are learning Korean for the first time when Koreans use 우리, which means our in English, instead of 내, which means my in English, when introducing their families. For example, Koreans say 우리 아버지, our father, instead of 내 아버지, my father. Until recently, one would introduce one's spouse as 우리 집사람 or 우리 남편, exhibiting Koreans' collectivist way of thinking in comparison to the self-centered way. Nowadays, many young adults who have been influenced by the Western thought of individualism use 저희, my, when saying 제 어머니, my mother, and 제 동생, my brother, while until 20 to 30 years ago, 우리 어머니, our mother, and 우리 동생, our brother, was more natural. Of course, Korean people say 우리나라, our country, not 내 나라, my country. According to some theories, the word 우리 originated from the word 울, which symbolizes a fence, and it represented a family that a person belonged to. During the age of an agrarian society, a fence was put up to divide the boundaries of houses in a village, thus differentiating the concepts of inside and outside. In personal relationships, Korean people do not draw a line between public and private matter for those inside the fence, while for those outside the fence, they become little exclusive. But I believe that Koreans have an eagerness to be friendly to those they meet for the first time and treat them as part of their families. So, while it is rude to ask a person's age upon the first encounter in the Western cultures, people in Korea often ask a person his age in order to establish seniority and juniority like they do in their families, so that they can call the person by a family's title. It represents intimacy when they use titles such as 형, 오빠, 누나, 언니. Wouldn't you feel close to your Korean friends if they call you with family titles?